Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Serein, and today we are throwing it way back. We are going to talk about what is in my bag. I have actually not gone through this, so you're getting a raw dog version of what is in my everyday purse. This is a newer purse in my purse collection because I really fell in love with Baggu bags. I want to say last July, I purchased my first Baggu Crescent in the blue gingham, which I used all summer. It's such a great, practical, lightweight bag at a relatively affordable price point. Now, I know Baggu is like a craze and people will buy one of each color or they'll buy one of each style. I don't encourage you to do that. It kind of goes against the principles, in my opinion, of why somebody would want to buy a Baggu, which is being more ethical and sustainable. They first launched on the market as a reusable bag company that has these really beautiful foldable bags that were made out of recycled nylon. So it was supposed to be more sustainable. It was supposed to encourage you to be more sustainable. And obviously, like with anything, it gets a little out of control when social media starts to like make it popular or a thing. So I do have 3 Baggu bags total. The first one I bought was in July. It was this gingham print and it's the crescent. It's their larger crescent with the crossbody strap, which is adjustable, and it wore really, really lovely. So I held off on buying another one of those for a while, and I did get a crossbody fanny pack that had 2 large pockets and 2 small pockets at the front. And I used that and only that throughout my entire trip in Japan. And then I continued to use it on and off, going to theme parks, going out for the day. It is surprisingly very, very versatile and packs a lot. I was able to have my phone, my DJ Pocket Osmo 3 camera, my external mics, my wallet, my lip balm, extra sunscreen, and all the accoutrements that I carry with me as a working mom. I really loved that crossbody sling bag, which I share a lot in my outfit videos, especially when they're at Disney. So I thought about it for a while. I did want another one of these larger crescent bags, but I wanted it in a color that was fun yet more versatile than the blue gingham. So I recently got this red one. This is my favorite model of Baggu bags to use as a purse because it is crossbody. I've just learned as a mom with a young child, and just as someone who's a little bit more active and wants like no fuss, I enjoy things that I don't have to hold on to or worry about the strap coming off. I really love the crescent style of the purse as well as the adjustable crossbody. So I just remembered I did get a smaller on sale Baggu from Nordstrom Rack that was like at an incredible price point, and I like that one for going out, and it's a little bit more like fancy. It still fits a lot, but this is kind of like my go-to one. So the first thing to know is that there are 2 zipper inside pockets of these crescent Baggus, which is great because then you can keep things that you want to be a little bit more secure in the side pockets. So this first side pocket on the inside, unzipped. Let's just see what's in here. It's a little embarrassing. I have 3 lip balms. So the first lip balm I have is from Cocoa Kind, and this is their new ceramide lip balm in Be Kind. This is my favorite kind of not quite as tinted everyday lip balm. This does come in a clear. I'm a huge fan of Cocoa Kind. If you followed me from my original beauty channel days, I was one of the first influencers to really talk about Cocoa Kind when they first launched. I remember meeting Priscilla at the beginning of her career and journey in Cocoa Kind when she first launched the brand, and we met in Hollywood at the W after her Expo West situation. Like I think that was her first year at Expo West to really talk about Cocoa Kind. And she was also one of the first brands that gifted me PR to try out products. I love seeing how Priscilla has really stayed true to the goals and the mindset and the integrity of what she wanted to start with Cocoa Kind, and how she's maintained that integrity through the years, even now at major retailers like Target and Ulta. It's just really incredible to see that somebody can have a dream, have integrity, and stick to it. I also love that Cocoa Kind, instead of doing influencer brand trips, does community brand trips for some of their best customers and most supportive community members. And also they recently did a Beyonce concert night. It is such a privilege to be a working influencer or content creator to get to go on these adventures with brands. And I don't think I get to go on as nearly as many as some of the bigger influencers out there or creators. And that's okay, because I rather do my job and be able to eventually afford those experiences on my own, or see that the brands are giving back to the people spending money on their brand. I think that's so important, and it's such a cool thing that they're doing. Love Cocoa Kind. This is one of my favorite kind of everyday go-to lip products. This one is tinted, but as you can see, it's a little bit more sheer. So what I like about this tint is that it just brightens up my face, but it's not like overwhelming, so I can use it mostly for moisturizing and hydrating. This one is newer to me, and it is the, I want to say, Edam. This is viral all over TikTok and social media. It's a beautiful, beautiful packaging. I don't hear too much about the brand itself outside of like, this is just a viral lip balm. It comes with a It comes with a metal applicator tip, which feels really nice, but it'll be interesting to see how it wears during the winter months, because it could kind of freeze the product. I remember Naturium had a metal tip that I really liked, but those who used the product in the winter had a harder time with it. So I am obsessed with this as a tinted moisturizing lip product. I love it. It feels incredible. When I use up my nighttime lip product, I think I'm gonna buy this in clear to use at night, because it feels so moisturizing, so pillowy. I love the applicator, and this is in the shade Burnt Male. It's beautiful. This definitely gives me more color and more of a glossy look, but super, super hydrating and moisturizing at the same time. Beautiful product. And then since it is summer and I am notoriously bad about reapplying lip products, so I purchased the In Beauty Sun Balm SPF 30, which I mentioned in my recent vlog, which is going up. And this is in the shade Rosy Brown. So I was a part of the One Skin Creators program last year, and one of the other content creators was talking about how amazing this sunscreen is for this lips. So I have a lot of discoloration and sunspotting around my mouth, because it's the one area that I'm wiping, I'm drinking, I'm eating, and I'm not reapplying sunscreen. So I was like, I need to find something that I'm gonna enjoy and remember to reapply. So I purchased this to try it out. So far, so good. I really love that it's an SPF 30. Typically with sunscreen in lip products, one, it tastes like sunscreen, which I cannot stand. This does not. Two, it's an SPF 15 or less. And to really apply the amount of sunscreen that I need for full protection, it's just not gonna do it for me. So I understand why it's a SPF 15 typically, but the SPF 30 really, really sold me, and I love how it looks. So it's got a nice sheer tint. It also is very moisturizing, because a lot of other sunscreens, like the one from Kula that I absolutely hate, is very drying on the lips. It doesn't feel moisturizing. It's super, super hard. It also it's just not a pleasant experience. If I'm gonna reapply sunscreen, it needs to be a pleasant experience. Otherwise, I'm not gonna remember to do it, or I'm gonna avoid doing it. The one thing I would say about this is, because it is so moisturizing and the moisture lasts so long, I forget to reapply as much as I should be reapplying, because the lip balm product is so good. But I love that it has a SPF 30. I love the tint. I would like to see if they would come out with one that isn't so tinted. Because it is so pigmented, sometimes I'm not using enough product, or if I'm reapplying, I still have some product left, and I feel like I need to use more product to get the full protection. It came out with a clear version of this. I think I would immediately purchase it. Otherwise, nothing else to really complain about. These are my 3 lip balms that are in the inside pocket. The other inside pocket is going to be my car key and my wallet. I just have one of these Louis Vuitton Ponchette key holder situations, and then I have my car key attached to it. I rarely use my wallet these days between Apple Pay and just not needing to take my wallet out, but just in case, I have a couple cards, a little bit of cash, and my ID in here. And because I don't use my wallet that often and I don't use my car key, because as long as it's on me, my car will unlock and start, I like to keep it in a separate container with a zipper to keep it nice and safe. And that's what I do here. Let's go into the main compartment. It looks pretty empty because this bag is so large. This is a reusable bag that I got in Japan, which came in clutch. I love it. It rolls up nice and tight and small. It's good for if I ever am out and I don't have a bag for my purchases, or I want to try and like not buy a bag, then this pulls out. It's very large and I like it because it scrunches. So unlike a lot of reusable bags, if they're large enough, the straps are actually not going to scrunch and it just kind of opens. It's a tote and things will fall out, especially when they're foldable. You want to make sure, or I want to make sure, that my stuff isn't just falling out in the car. So I like this because it does scrunch up and it keeps things a little bit more contained as I throw it into the back seat or something like that. I have my books Palma. I bought this for myself for my birthday recently, and I love having this. This is essentially a pocket-size e-reader that runs on Android. If you guys want more details about this, I'm happy to share, but I'm able to download books from my Kindle, from my Libby app. I have Spotify on here to listen to audiobooks. You can also have your Audible account. Basically, any app that is available through the Google Play Store is going to work on the Books Palma. This is the Books Palma 2 in white, and then I have my personalized screensaver. It is very customizable. I love that it's the e-ink, so it's gentle on my eyes and it fits in my palm. I have this with me all the time so that I'm able to read and stay on top of my reading if I feel like it, especially in waiting rooms, in long lines, like at the amusement parks and things like that. You also still have my Kindle Oasis, which they no longer make, so I will be sticking with my Kindle Oasis until they fix some of that stuff. I have a Touchland hand sanitizer. They're our family favorites. This one is in pure lavender scent. It's my favorite scent, as well as any of the citrus ones. Chris, the Nugget, and myself preferred this hand sanitizer over all hand sanitizers. They are kind of pricey, so I do stock up 2 at a time whenever there's a sale, but we love it so much. It's the one that the Nugget really likes as well, so anything to get her to sanitize her hands after going on every ride, before we eat, after we play. There's one in the car for when we get in the car. There's one in every bag. There's one in our stroller. Definitely hand sanitize all the time. Then I have my Color Science Powder Sunscreen. This is SPF 50. I love these. These are great for reapplying over makeup, especially if you're a little bit on the oilier side. This is great to take down some of that oiliness as well as add more sun protection. I don't use this as my only sunscreen on my face. I use this to reapply as well as on my hairline. This is also what I would use to reapply the Nugget's face, hairline, and neck and chest if we're out and about. So the powder sunscreen from Color Science is my favorite. When we remember to reapply, we don't burn. And I've noticed that this works really well for the entire family. Now we each have our own each summer and it's perfect. It is expensive, but it does typically last us for a season if we each have our own and we're using it for reapplication on the face, neck, and hairline. And then for our body, we use sprays. We also use lotions. It is worth it. It's important for us to enjoy the reapplication process and also have it be super easy. Otherwise, we're going to avoid it or forget to do it. Whereas if it's enjoyable and it's easy, it's right there, we're going to remember to reapply. So that's key in reapplying for sunscreen for us. My little purse pouch, and I found this on TikTok Shop. I kept seeing ads for it and I decided to buy it because it pretty much has a little compartment for everything that I like to keep in and on me. So the first thing is I'm a group fitness instructor. I teach a few times a week and I wear a mic so that I'm able to be heard over the music. So what I like to have at all times that also I just keep as a mom is alcohol wipes. These are 100% medical grade alcohol wipes. I use it to wipe down the mic and clean my mic sponge to make sure I'm not passing on germs or getting germs, because we're all sharing that mic situation, and I think it helps keep me relatively healthy. I also use these in case I need to clean off anything else, as well as disinfecting any small items. So I have a stack of those. I also have a Miss Mouth's Messy Eater Stain Treater. This I like to use in case there's like a stain on myself or on the Nugget that I don't want to set. I'll just rub the messy stain with it. It won't fully remove the stain, but it helps it from setting. And then when I get home, I spray it down and wash it in cold. And that usually prevents any major staining on stuff, especially whites. I have an anti-nausea medication here as well that's just tucked in there for emergencies. And in here, I've got a hand cream. This one is from, I don't even know this brand. It's one of those Rose Olivier hand cream from Bestide. It was from one of those advent calendars, and I just threw this in here because it's small. I have a cuticle nail oil from Japan, Mitts, because I do get my nails done and I do take breaks, but the cuticle oil really helps keep my nails healthy, and also it feels good. I have a Lumi whole body deodorant because I do teach group fitness. I am at amusement parks and I want to smell, so I have a little deodorant in here. I have a throat coat cough drop. Again, I talk a lot as I teach group fitness, and I tend to talk in a loud manner sometimes. So if my throat feels a little dry or tired, then I have an extra throat coat. I have Afterbite. You guys know I'm super allergic to mosquito bites, so I always have Afterbite on me just in case I get a mosquito bite. I try to treat it as quickly as possible. Otherwise, it gets really swollen and I get really uncomfortable. I have a Soul Mama Lip Brella. This is their sunscreen lip product in the shade Rise, and it's an SPF 20. I discovered this last year and I do like it, but I like the other ones I talked about a little bit more. This one's a little bit, it doesn't taste like sunscreen, which is good. It's very tinted and it's very goopy. It works. I like it. It's just not my favorite since I discovered the In Beauty one. I have my go-to lip liner. This is the Artist Color from Makeup Forever, and this is in the shade Anywhere Caffeine 600. I have a iPhone charging cord. I have some extra hair ties in here for myself and for the nugs, because you never know when we gotta put our hair up or somebody needs one. Then I have some floss picks in case anybody or myself needs some. I have really wide gaps in between my teeth and receding gum lines, so this is really important if I get food stuck in between my teeth. And then I have some more throat coat cough drops. So that's everything in like kind of my emergency little pouch. I do feel like I normally have an allergy med in here, but I must have taken it and not put it back. So I need to put another allergy med in here. And I also want to show you my purse basket. But first, this is the other purse I've been rotating lately. If you watch any of my shorts, you would have seen this in my recent outfit video with the nugs. So this is from Portland Leather. I'm a huge fan of Portland Leather. I actually purchased the camera bag on my own and the backpack, the drawstring backpack on my own many years ago, thanks to Allie here, if you're watching. She recommended Portland Leather to me when I was looking for a good quality leather bag that wasn't going to be obnoxiously expensive, because I wanted it to wear well. I wanted to have that patina effect eventually, and I didn't want to like feel bad about using a designer leather bag that I was paying mainly for the name. So I discovered Portland Leather thanks to Allie. I bought those two bags on my own, and then last summer Rachel Talbot thrifted a tote bag, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want that crossbody tote. So I purchased it like new. So what I love about Portland Leather is if there's any minor defects on any of their products, instead of just damaging it out and throwing it into the landfill, they allow us to purchase it as customers at a very good discount. I gotta tell you, anything I've purchased that was like new, is literally like new to me. I can't even tell the discoloration or the scratches. I think they're amazing and a great way to get a discounted bag where it's still a new product and honestly almost perfect. I couldn't tell the difference. So they recently sent me 2 bags. This is the one I've been using the most. It's their mini backpack, which looks so cute on the Nugget. She and I basically fight over this backpack. She wants to bring it to school. Luckily, the school doesn't allow backpacks for her age yet. So she will carry this all through Disney, and it's kind of nice because then I don't have to carry it. But I love the backpack because it keeps me hands-free and it keeps everything secure, and now the Nugget can carry it as well. So the backpack is awesome. It fits everything I just talked about. I usually keep my wallet in this inside slot, my hand sanitizer and lip balms in the front pocket, and then everything else just goes into the main compartment. So this has been my other bag between the red Baggu Crescent and this mini backpack from Portland Leather. So I like to rotate my bags, and at first the reason I wouldn't would be because I would always forget something, and then I would get upset and be like, okay, it's too much trouble to rotate my bags. I always forget something, and then it becomes like a nightmare because I'm missing something like my wallet. I saw this girl on TikTok talk about her purse bowl. She had a giant bowl where she just emptied out her purse into the bowl, and then she would grab a new bag and throw everything in the bowl into her purse. So I went to the thrift store and got a basket because I think the basket looks nicer. I was looking for bowls, but there wasn't a bowl that I felt like matched my aesthetic. So I got a basket, and it's genius because then I just throw everything in here if I know I'm going to change my purse, and then I just repack my new purse. So I recently added this little mirror, which I'm actually going to put into this compartment. Pixie Beauty sent me the cutest little custom mirror. So my name's on it, and then you've got the mirror part, and it's also a weapon if you need it. It matches my little purse thing, so it's really cool. I'm going to stick that in there now. Typically, I also carry a Tower 28 SOS spray. This is great to use before reapplying your sunscreen, but let it dry down. So if you want to avoid breakouts, spray this all over your face, let it dry down, give it a second, and then reapply your sunscreen. This kills any bacteria that is left on your face. This is also great to use after workouts if you're not able to wash your face right away, but always reapply sunscreen after this dries down. I have my Gentle Monster sunglasses that Chris got me for my birthday last year. These are the glasses, and you just throw them in there. I also have like another lip balm, which I'm totally not going to add to my purse right now. I have a coupon that is good for next month, and this is another thing. It's like I always let my coupons expire, so I just leave them in the purse basket now. I have my Dibs Jam, which I love. And then I have some of these ginger honey crystals from when I lost my voice and had laryngitis, and I was still trying to teach through it. So these were great to have. You just mix it with some hot water and it soothes your throat. Then I have this extra little pouch from Disney, which is the Baymax one, in case I needed it, but I don't right now. And then I like to keep this one here. This is from my friend Bella, and she made me a little sachet of lavender that she harvested. So I just keep that there to kind of like remind me of her and all of the support she's shown me over the years. So this is my purse basket, and if I need to change anything out, I just dump everything into that purse basket and repack my purses. But the main two right now, I've just been switching between the Portland Leather mini backpack and my red Baggu. That is everything that is in my purse currently. I hope you enjoyed being a little snoopy. I know I love seeing what people carry on them. It gives me ideas on organization and things I should probably bring with me. I am grateful that the Nugget is out of diapers. We don't really need much for her outside of maybe hand sanitizer and a couple snacks. I do normally have some snacks in my purse, but we ate them all, so I'll probably on my way out the door grab some more snacks for today. And if you enjoy vlogs, know that I vlog pretty much every week, and I'm going to post those either on Wednesdays or Sundays, or maybe I'll post it on Saturdays so that you can have it for the weekend. But just subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and make sure to turn on post notifications or follow me over on Instagram so that I can let you know when there's a new video. My schedule, I'm still trying to figure out for long form. Do I post once a week? Do I post twice a week? If I only post once a week, will it be on Wednesdays or should I do Wednesdays and Fridays? Let me know in the comments what days you find yourself watching YouTube videos more, and maybe that will be my schedule. But right now I'm trying to post one long form video every week on a Wednesday. And if there's a bonus video, I'm trying to decide if it'll go up Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Also, the YouTube long form algorithm is very wonky right now, and because I had focused so much of my time on short form on this channel, I feel like my long form videos started to suffer. When I first started this channel, it was all about documenting my pregnancy journey because a lot of people were upset that I was sharing my pregnancy over on my beauty channel that was strictly pretty much beauty, ASMR, facial treatments. So I thought it'd be nice and more sensitive of me to start a whole separate channel called, at the time, more Serein, and now this is just at Serein-Woo. So I started this channel and it was all about pregnancy, my pregnancy vlogs, my birth story, things I packed for the hospital, dealing with pregnancy in 2020, being very uncertain in my first pregnancy, going through prenatal depression, later postpartum depression and all that stuff, and documenting just my journey in motherhood. And then I started posting shorts, and I was repurposing my TikToks over onto this channel for shorts, and that kind of just blew up. And I feel like my audience got really, really young because I was doing day in my Nugget life videos, because that was where I was in life, and that was what was helping me cope with a lot of my postpartum depression. And that channel this channel really grew subscriber wise and view wise, but because of shorts. And now that I'm kind of trying to slow down because I'm short form fatigued, and also I just really love chatting and getting to know you guys a little bit more and sharing more about myself in long form, I definitely feel like, okay, so embarrassingly, my camera stopped recording. I swear I hit record, and then I went to upload the footage onto my desktop to start editing. And as I'm editing, I realized it didn't hit record. So I reset the lighting, the camera, and everything to finish this video. And I went and made myself a coffee. I'm about to leave for my appointment, and I realized again my camera wasn't recording. So epic fail on my part. And I was talking about how I feel like shorts kind of really hurt the long form content here on this channel, which is really upsetting and disappointing because I started YouTube to find a community of like-minded women who were passionate about the same things I was passionate about. And in that day, 10 years ago, it was just being frivolous and talking about beauty products and finding ways to connect through our love of beauty, and later on into facial treatments and ASMR. And I started this channel, which used to be called More Serein. It's now just at Serein-Woo, because I found out I was pregnant and people were a little bit upset when I started sharing my pregnancy content over on my beauty channel, which is understandable. Pregnancy can be very triggering for some, which is why I started this whole other channel. And the views were doing pretty well, especially considering how many people were subscribed. It was a very small community and those videos did well. And then I started posting my TikToks, repurposing them on shorts, which were predominantly day in my Nugget life videos. And those videos were a time when I was feeling really down and was trying to navigate new motherhood for the first time. And it brought me joy to capture the good moments out of my day and be silly and narrate the videos as the Nugget. That became kind of like a trendy thing to do on short form, which anytime something becomes too trendy, I kind of back away from it, as well as the fact that the Nugget got older and it just didn't feel right anymore. So those videos helped this channel grow to almost 300,000 subscribers, and my views were out through the roof. I've never had that kind of success ever, but it wasn't necessarily the success that I was looking for. The age group that was watching that content was a lot younger, and my videos were never intended for children. So, yeah, I'm just trying to redirect my channel a little bit. I love long form videos. I am definitely part of the group that feels short form fatigue right now, both as a content consumer and a content creator. And I just miss chatty videos. I hope my videos can keep you company, bring you comfort, help you throughout your day while you're getting chores done, cleaning, or help you unwind, relax, and fall asleep at the end of your day. That's why I started YouTube. It's why I started creating content. I love being able to create content. I took a step back for a while to kind of figure out what I wanted to do that would bring me job satisfaction, and that was becoming a Lagree fitness instructor. I love being a Lagree fitness instructor because I feel instant gratification through my clients in person. I get to help them be their strongest, healthiest self. And then I was able to come back as a content creator and really focus on why I loved creating content, which was I just love creating content and sharing, and it's a way of a form of expression for me. And it helps get my thoughts out there. Some of it I edit out, some of it I share with you in hopes to help you feel less alone. So I love, love, love that I'm able to now really enjoy creating content while still finding job satisfaction elsewhere, because it can be very lonely as a content creator. You're working alone, you're filming alone, you're editing alone. You might meet people here and there, but they're not going to be your day-to-day coworkers or clients. So it can feel very isolating and very sad and lonely. And also, I wanted to create content that I'm interested in and not be forced to chase after the next trend that's going to work. Because as much as I want views so that it kind of keeps me going, I don't want to be beholden to anyone or anything. I just want to be beholden to myself. So I love where I am, but I also would hope that my channel is healthy and grows viewership wise, because I like to use the analogy of like, if you're training for a marathon and you've been training for 3 months, but you're not getting faster, you're not getting stronger, and you're not able to do it without being winded the same, then it kind of gets discouraging, right? You're like, what am I doing wrong? I've been training for 3 months, or I've been training for a year, and my miles not getting faster. I'm still feeling just as winded as when I started. In fact, I have more pain now, all this stuff. So while I'm not in it necessarily for the views, it is discouraging when you put in a lot of time and energy and not see anything out of it. So for me, it's not necessarily for money or views, but it does kind of help me keep going in terms of content creating, if that makes any sense. But that's what I wanted to say. Hopefully it's somewhat eloquent as I try to finish this video up before I have to run. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget, I upload new long form videos every Wednesday and bonus videos on the weekends. I can't decide if I should do it Friday, Saturday, or Sunday for that bonus video. Let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, feedback, positive or constructive, please let me know in the comments. Be kind. Your mean comments will most likely get filtered on YouTube, and I don't check those. And then you can also find me over on Instagram, and my DMs are open. Bye.